and welcome to Go on Shaw TV. I'm Christy Pick, and today's episode we are out in the country. We are at Slack's Market Garden, and we are going to be doing some U-pick berry picking. Larry Slack from here is going to be joining me later on in the show. Before that though, let's see what else we have coming up on today's episode.
Takes really just the trust of your gear, trust of your equipment to climb up the staples, climb up the ladder, and you get up the staples and you start to walk across the element. Really.
Well, welcome back to the show. Again, we are at Slack's Market Garden, and I'm joined by the owner, Larry Slack. And Larry, right now we are around the raspberries of your U-pick farm. So tell me, how did you get into the U-pick business, and when did it happen?
My wife told me to back in
Smart man.
Yeah. She had the vision for this place, and we were in the city for 4 or 5 years, and we'd driven out a few times south of town, and just in the summer it was just so nice around here. And then somehow she got the idea of growing berries, and so we found this little piece of land, and that's another story how it kind of got subdivided off a little. This 13 acres is what we're on here.
Okay.
And it was subdivided off a bigger piece, and then we started trying things out.
And how long have you been here?
That was in '94.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've been here a little over 20 years.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And you've had the U-pick for just about that full time. So what is it like having people come out and just take part in your farm life and get involved with what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, we enjoy that. We've you know, the vast majority of our customers are just really nice people. We enjoy having them here, and most enjoy coming out and just being out. A lot of seniors just really like to come and get a little fresh air and a little change of scenery from town, and of course a lot of them are really knowledgeable too. They know way more about growing stuff than we do, a lot of them. But so yeah, people will come and phone ahead usually to see if there's produce there for them.
Okay.
And as you know, in our country, it's a very short growing season, right? Mm-hmm. So it all has to be packed in. These kind of raspberries, we consulted with the Hort Center that used to be in Brooks. It's now, it's not quite the same now, but they suggested this kind of raspberry that you cut down every year. They're called primocanes, and you cut them right down to the ground every spring or fall when they're dormant. And they have to grow and produce, and for that reason the crop is always late. Like, so our main time for picking raspberries, the single month we have the most sales would be September. Okay. So yeah, a little bit of getting used to for that. But end of August, September, like you can see, these are just starting now, and we've had a lot of nice crops. You also have to have enough season for these. The risk of this kind is that you don't get a long enough season. Mm-hmm. And the strawberries are a little more predictable. They start producing, you plant them in the spring. The ever-bearing kind is what we usually grow. They plant them in the spring, and they start producing somewhere in August, and just keep right on up till the killing frost.
Okay, so you guys have raspberries and strawberries for the U-pick option here. There's not a lot of U-pick farms left in our region, I find. Yeah. And you talked about a lot of seniors coming out. Do you find that you have a lot of maybe past Saskatchewan farmers that come out and live in the city but still get that little touch of farm life out here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, probably half of Medicinehat's got a Saskatchewan connection. I mean, my mom was from Saskatchewan, so there you go.
So you have some farming roots in you, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right. Well, Larry, I want to keep you around because later in the show we're actually going to do a little bit of berry picking here, and I want to just get a little bit more information about the farm. So do you mind sticking around for a little longer? Sure. All right. Stay tuned right here on Go. Well, welcome back again. We are at Slack's Market Garden in the U-pick section with the strawberries right now. Owner Larry Slack is joining me. And Larry, I want to talk about the art of U-pick farming because you have to know a few things before you kind of jump right into it. So as the public comes out, especially for anybody who's new to this, what do they need to know?
Well, for people picking, it's not too hard. You just look for ripe strawberries, right? So we usually say, if they're not familiar at all, just look for a berry that's got no white on it. There's a little small in there, but if it's got white on it, it's probably a bit green.
Okay.
And so just look for the shiny red ones. I know another grower told me that he tells the customers look for shiny ones.
Oh, okay.
Shiny equals ripe for these kind of strawberries. Yeah.
Okay, what about raspberries? Just look for the bright red ones?
Yeah, exactly. Bright red, or there's certain kind there that almost get to a purple. The really ripe ones are just a nice purple, almost a purpley color. Not really purple, but really dark red.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what part of the berry do you pull off? Do you pull it off right from the stem or just at the fruit?
Include with strawberries, you usually include the little stem.
Okay.
And you just nip it off with one hand. Just take it and pull the whole thing off. And then when you have your bucket, when you take it home, then you take the stems out. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of where you're real comfortable on the farm, eh?
I'm comfortable on the farm weeding these strawberries, on my hands and knees weeding strawberries. That's right.
And then it's up to
But
to
somebody
people
else has to pick them, right? So you're asking me
That's where your job ends.
you're asking me hard questions. I don't know about the picking. That's what the customers do best. Yeah.
So how do people find the farm, and when can they come out? How does that work?
Mostly they find out by hearsay. Although we are members of the Alberta Fresh Fruit Association. It's not quite the right word, but used to be called Market Garden. I can't remember the new word.
Okay.
So we're in that. They put out a little publication. We're in that publication, that folder, that little pamphlet with the map and where we are. And unfortunately, like you said earlier, there's not a whole lot of people around Medicine Hat doing this right now. But it'd be good if there was more. So that's how they find out.
Okay. Is there a phone number that they can call or anything like that?
Yeah. Just our house number, 403-526-3669.
Perfect.
That's our phone number.
Hey Larry, I really appreciate you letting us come out and checking out the farm. The fruit is gorgeous, and as you said, we're right in the prime part of picking season here in September.
Just starting now. Yeah, these strawberries they've just been 1 week. People have picked in here now.
All right, perfect. Well,
Yeah.
Hopefully some people can get out and enjoy your farm just like we have,
Yeah.
and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Just make sure you phone first, though. We're really close to town, but make sure you phone first because so that we know there's enough berries for you to pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. We have a little more here on Go. Well, that is it for our show today. A huge thank you to the Slack family for having us out to their farm. Of course, it is the U-Pick Berry Farm out at Slack's Market Garden. If you want some more information about anything that they do out here, of course, you can give them a call. Now, Larry and I were talking a little bit earlier off camera, and one of the things we discussed was the dry summer that we've had across the Canadian prairies. Of course, we've all heard about it. It's been in the news. And one of the things he pointed out was the importance of the irrigation system that they have here on their farm, and he wanted to make sure that he said a big thank you to SMRID, the St. Mary River Irrigation District, for all the work that they do to provide farmers with the irrigation that they need. If you want some more information about anything that we are covering on Shaw TV, we're on Facebook, Shaw TV Medicine Hat. We're also, of course, on Twitter at ShawTV the Hat. Thanks for joining us. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go berry picking. Slack's Market Garden, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, people. We know how to do TV.